There's only one form called the human form, only form in which we can seek. In no other form can we seek. In no other form can we say, I am tired of this, I want to go home. Human form is the only one. And how is that? How come human beings alone can do that? Dogs and cats and horses can't. Angels can't. Gods can't. Gods whom we worship can't do it, and we can do it. How has that happened? That has happened because of another gift given to us. Beautiful gift is called free will, the ability to make choices, the ability in our mind to say, I can decide what I want, nobody else can decide. I make a choice. And then, in this life to be placed with choices, do you want to go here or there? I can decide, I go here. No, I change, I go there. This ability to make a choice alone makes us a seeker. If we didn't have that, we could never be seekers. Where is this ability coming from? Now that's another very top secret thing. Where is this ability coming in us that we can make our choice? We make our karma, we make our destiny. Every day we have to make choices. Nobody can say, I have no choice, I am helpless. One man said that to me, by the way. I was in America, studying in the university. Another student used to come and discuss these things with me. And free will was a big discussion. Do we have free will or no? Why was it an important question? Because the man believed in God. As most of us believe in God. Or religions teach us to believe in God. So we start believing in God. And the definition of God in all religions is, He is omnipresent. He is everywhere. He is omnipotent. He has all the power. And third, most importantly, He is omniscient. He knows everything. Does God really know everything? Supposing I have to make a decision today to fly today or tomorrow, does God know beforehand or no? If He knows, then whatever I decide is what God knew earlier. Then I have no free will. But if I can't decide, God doesn't even know, He is not God. That is the big issue, very big issue. So, a friend of mine in the university, he found out that if God is real, and we believe Him to be real, or religions tell us it is real, then He knows everything. He knows what we are going to decide beforehand. Therefore, what we think is of free will is out of ignorance. We are ignorant what we have already decided, therefore we experience free will, we have no real free will. He telephoned me early morning, I have found out, we have no free will. I said, I am very happy to hear that you found something big. Can you come to my apartment and let's test out if you have real free will or not. So I invited him and I played a little trick on him. I got out a tray from my kitchen and I placed 3 cups in it. One I filled up with tea, one I filled with coffee, third I left empty. When he arrived, I said, would you like to have tea, coffee or nothing? I've got all 3 on this tray. And you have no free will, so don't use it. Just tell me. He said, my whole discovery you have destroyed with a cup of tea and coffee. I said, I am demonstrating to you, you cannot avoid free will. It is so important a part of your mind. Choices come, you have no choice but to make a choice. So strong is free will. We are all experiencing free will. Nobody can say there is no free will. Therefore, free will is real. I just demonstrated. If this free will was not real experience, we could never be seekers. We could never seek to go home and say we are tired of this world. That is why this great gift given to us of free will. Now, he was so shocked that he really had no free will. Where did he think there is free will? Just by definition of God? Maybe God is not God what we think. Maybe we are God. Maybe something else is there. It challenged even the concept of God. That if we have real free will and we can't help it, then there must be something wrong somewhere. I saw him very puzzled and baffled. I said, my friend, now I'll take the other side and prove to you there is no free will. Without bringing God into it, scientifically. I said, I am a scientist, I have followed scientific method. Even my understanding of Santmat, spiritual knowledge, is scientific. I'll explain to you scientifically what happens when you make a choice. It's very simple. Let's go back to the tea and coffee thing. When I asked you, will you have tea or coffee, you had to decide, tea or coffee, and I know something happened in your head and you said coffee. I want to explain to you what happened in your head to make coffee. There are only two factors responsible for your choosing coffee. One is called hereditary. It's in your genes. Your father loved coffee, your grandfather liked coffee, somebody in your family liked coffee, it's come in your genes, it's come in your DNA molecule, and scientifically speaking, that because of that, coffee, interest in coffee was already inherent in you, and therefore you chose coffee. You didn't know what you inherited. You can't see your DNA, you can't see your inner molecular structure of the brain, therefore you thought you were making a choice now. There can be a second reason also. Second reason is that your grandfather never had coffee, nor your father had. But where you grew up, your friends had coffee, so you drank coffee with them. So environmentally, you grew up loving coffee. So there are only two factors which make a choice: hereditary, environmental. Do you know there is no third factor? He was surprised. Every choice we are making is governed by these two factors all the time in a human body, with a human brain. And by the way, when we make a choice, both these factors are already fixed. We can't change who was our father and grandfather, nor can we change with whom we have spent our company so far. Therefore, it looks like free will, just because of a lack of knowledge of our own self. Lack of scientific knowledge of our own self, it looks like free will. Doesn't matter if it looks like it or it's not real. It still works very well in making us seekers of the truth, seekers of God, seekers of a true home, and that's what brings a perfect living master into our life. Perfect living master comes to take us back home.